not going to make fun of you, Mark. I'm not. These guys are mean. But I do want to point out that
I'm mean ever.
I'm 30 years old. I'm not young. But you were legally able to drink when I was born.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it also cost 15 cents a bottle.
Yeah, party on.
I mean, how sweet would that have been?
No wonder you're
Were you a part of the prohibition, Mark? Did you? Did you make them Did you make them have the prohibition, or did you participate in the bootleg?
You're gonna wring her neck, aren't you?
You know, you guys. I don't think you guys were probably born when I graduated high school. That's the scary thing.
When was that?
77.
77?
No.
I wasn't even a dirty thought
but
in my parents' mind yet.
You may have been.
I was.
Don't underestimate your parents.
I was. Yeah, I came right around after that.
Wait a second.
79. Maybe I'm your long-lost child, Mark.
That would
now he's in trouble.
Hey, by the way,
now he's in big trouble.
Hey, by the way, I want something on football. What did I tell you guys?
Yeah,
I'm
You're
trying
listening to Fantasy Football.
Let's get off the subject real
Sports
quick.
Radio 1450.
How many weeks ago did I bring up the name Starks to you on Green Bay? And lo and behold,
Yeah.
Yep. Lo and behold, he's become a viable threat now.
And that's didn't he get most of the carries last week? What's going on in Green Bay? Because I saw on NFL Network this morning, one of the guys was saying, "Boy, you need to get Brandon Jackson in your lineup this week against that Detroit defense." And I have Brandon Jackson, but I've got him benched for LeGarrette Blount because it seems to me like James Starks is going to be getting most of the carries in Green Bay.
Right now, Starks is going to get the majority of the carries because he actually gives the team more zip and speed than Jackson does. And I thought he looked real good last week, and I don't see any reason why Green Bay would get away from him all of a sudden. Jackson will be a third down type back, but not first or second down.
Now, looking ahead to maybe next season, what's this do for Ryan Grant? Now, he's been gone, and there's been some guys that have stepped in and had some nice games in his absence. If he doesn't come back and perform, up to the level that he did before, I mean, you think he's going to lose touches to some of these guys, like maybe a James Starks?
I think there's a distinct possibility if Starks continues and improves, and like I said, he's got speed where Grant, quite honestly, doesn't have the speed either. He's like Jackson. He's a good back, but he doesn't give you a lot of long range, long distance scoring possibility. So he could very well lose touches.
Where do you put your stuff over here, Eric?
This is me every week, guys. This is my 3 years now I've been here, and I just get crammed in that corner over there. I can't even put my legs down.
You're the redheaded stepchild.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Now, something else I want to ask you guys.
That stuff.
This week, we have weather situations. How much do you guys take that into account when you set your lineup, especially during playoff time like this?
Well, Mark, I'm glad you brought that up.
Thank you very much.
Happy birthday, by the way. Happy 51st birthday, too, to Mark. I made a note here to talk about the weather because it actually cost me last week because I needed a big week from Mr. Orton. Did not get it. We all talked about that game actually being a big scoring game.
Oh, boy.
And what happened? No scoring.
10-6?
Yeah, no scoring happened.
We couldn't have been more off.
Right, we were super off on that. We apologize, but we will take your phone calls and try to make up for it this morning. 529-1450. You're listening to Fantasy Football 101.
We'll do better.
I made a note to talk about the weather, Mark, because it is an issue, especially now at playoff time. And you got to watch these cold cities. And now even there's going to be rain in Miami. You got to look at the injury report. Brandon Marshall was supposed to be coming back with the hammy. It was getting better and better all week long. And now, with the rain, fantasy football experts and gurus or whatever are saying that not a good play because of the wetness. So you got to watch that. You don't know what's going to be happening in Chicago this week. Yeah, the Patriots looked awesome this last Monday night. But now they're going to come to Chicago, the windy city. It's going to be 40-mile-an-hour winds, snow, rain, sleet. Not going to be the same Tom Brady. I know you're disappointed about that, Eric.
I am.
That's your guy right now.
I need him to be big.
And so, weather is a huge factor right now. If I was you guys, I go to this webpage. It's NOAA.gov, and that's one of the government, hence the .gov, one of the government's weather web pages. And I would click on every city. I would go down. Here's what's going on. Buffalo, Chicago, Washington, Carolina, Jacksonville, Detroit, indoors, Minnesota, indoors. But Pittsburgh, you got to watch those and see what the weather's going to be like. It is a factor, especially now when it's playoff time and you got your peanuts on the line.
And that's what happens late in a fantasy season. This happens every year. So, to kind of eliminate that, I try to draft dome players and AFC West players if I can in the draft. I mean, no joke. You got to think about that kind of stuff ahead of time. But
and Mark talked about this 2 weeks ago. I think getting kickers in a dome.
That's why I have Akers. I also kept Matt Bryant because of the weather late in the year.
Hey, let's take a call.
Good idea. 529-1450 is the phone number.
You're
Good morning.
drunk.
You're on Fantasy Football 101. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for the tip on the radar, guys. I've had it on my computer. The only problem is I had to have my lineups set Thursday.
Oh,
see, somebody changed the rules. And
yeah, you got to vote on that next year.
That's dumb.
Yeah, well, it was probably a mistake. We had a new manager. But I just, let's see, I'm winning our playoffs. So I'm in the consolation bracket. First prize is a lampshade at $40.
There you go.
So, I still have a good time. I just want to call you guys and thank you very much for all the help.
Hey, no problem.
This year, and I'll be back next year, too.
We hope
Good.
so.
Well, hopefully we can get you into the playoffs
We
next
enjoy
year.
your
Sorry,
calls
bud.
Yeah,
immensely.
that's what I'm looking for. Well, I got to draft a little better.
Well, you started okay, I thought. What happened?
Well,
Who cost you
Mike
this year?
Sims Walker. Mike Sims Walker died on me. Okay.
Yeah.
And but I recovered because I got Stevie Johnson when he was out there.
Yeah.
And of course, also I got Ryan Matthews. He died on me, and Javed Best.
Yeah,
And,
with the toe injury that he really towards
Yeah.
the middle of the season didn't do near like he did early. Yeah, that's tough. The Ryan Matthews, I know, I sympathize there. He's just been a real disappointment because a lot of people drafted him, first, second, third round, and he hasn't done anything.
Yeah. I was also after Arian Foster, but I couldn't find him, and somebody got him before me.
That's no surprise.
The guy in the league with me wanted to trade Arian Foster for Braylon Edwards early on.
Whoa.
I declined. It was before we started.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Anyway, so now you know where my year went, okay?
Yep. Now I know why you're not in the playoffs.
Okay. So right. So I'll start over next year, and I'll be talking to you.
Great.
And hopefully, I'm gonna draft better. I know I will draft
Yes.
better. Okay.
All right. Well, we'll try to have an earlier show next year, maybe a pre-draft show for you. All right.
I like it.
That'd be perfect.
All right.
That'd be perfect. Thanks.
All right.
Thanks
Well,
so
thanks
much.
for the phone call. 529-1450 is the phone number. 529-1450. It is playoff time, and we want you to give us a call. See what you need to do with your starting lineups this week. We are on sportsradio1450.com. You can find us on Facebook as well, or email us at fantasyfootball101@gmx.com. I heard you guys talking with Mark's friend about the New York Football Giants. There's not a whole lot of big names on the injury list this week. You guys did touch on the Giants. There's a number of San Diego Chargers hurt this week, but it's the same old song and dance with those guys. I think the biggest injury out there this week, besides Brandon Marshall and Andre Johnson, might be Matt Castle, an appendectomy. And, I don't know, has anyone here had an appendectomy?
Never.
No,
Nick,
no,
you got
no.
two of them?
No, I was.
But
Sorry,
That's impossible.
I was. We're
I
talking
watched-
and coded here.
I watch a lot of Grey's Anatomy.
All right. So that
I don't
helps.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean,
Why
a
are
little
we
bit.
making fun of Mark for being 50?
Listen, there's
We're not
no
making
way.
fun of him.
There's no way that you're going to have an appendectomy in the middle of the week and you're going to play an NFL game on Sunday. Kansas City is being real coy, like they're going to try to fool San Diego, make San Diego prepare for Castle. Well, San Diego's not going to prepare for Matt Castle. He's not going to play. You got to be kidding me.
He's doubtful
I'll
now.
say-